my faithful or YouTube subscribers, I know I've been MIA, missing in action. But today it is Sunday. It is May 2nd. The year is 2021. We're in the middle of the coronavirus pandemic, which seems to be intensifying in other countries. And I think the numbers are starting to tick up here in America as we begin to reopen and go to baseball games and football games and proms and bar mitzvahs and weddings and no mask needed. This is a great day in America. Until the coronavirus show up here and bite us in the ass again. It's coming back. It's here already. Some states have already experiencing high numbers of hospital numbers easing up. So we now hit the trough at something. But some Michigan and other states already have issues going on. And of course we see what's going on in India and Brazil. And here in the United States, people have stopped getting the vaccinations for whatever reasons. I don't need it. Okay. So people have walked away from the vaccine. Some people who got their first vaccine ain't going back for the second vaccine. That's kind of stupid. I've had both my vaccines. But some people, we good. They look around. Everything was great. Taking off their masks and going outside and having a good old time. I was at a restaurant yesterday getting some dinner. And normally the restaurant's empty. It's a Mexican place I like to go to. And it was packed. I sat on a patio, a little table over in the corner. I'm like, oh my goodness, there's all these people here. Nobody had masks on. It was just like because the Governor Kemp has said you don't need a mask no more. Just go back to business as usual. We gonna see how this play out. So, I noticed something. Over the past year, I've had a ton of friends buy houses. You know, everybody on this house buying crazy. I gotta buy a house. I gotta have a house because if I don't buy one right now, I'll never ever get one. But I'm looking at millions of houses all over the damn place. The market is just literally a small amount of houses for sale. I'm thinking, but there are millions of houses everywhere. When I was buying houses back in the day, when dinosaurs were roaming around Atlanta, and I was buying and renovating houses in these horrible neighborhoods, to purchase a house was much for sale in these hood rat neighborhoods, so I had to go knock at Jehovah's Witness. Do you want to sell this pretty house? I knock on the door, talk to people in the yard, they point me this person was so across the street wants to sell. She's been talking about go over there and sell. And it would take a few weeks to a few months to a year or two to figure out, get everything resolved, and purchase their home. That's how I've always purchased houses. I didn't always go to a computer and go get a realtor and purchase a house. Just go knock on the door. I bought houses all over town like that. But I've noticed something with my friends, some associates of mine who've bought homes. I'm trying to figure out how did they get that house? Everybody get a house. You get a house. You get a house. You get a house. You get a house. I said, how they buying these houses? When they clearly can't afford them. I'm like, okay, something ain't right about this shit. So I did a little research. We in the coronavirus pandemic, right? COVID running around and shut everything down. The IRS is partially open. They working from home. So they just got a few. In fact, you have to make an appointment at the IRS office. It's so hard to get in there for an appointment. It's almost like an emergency. And the IRS don't think, listen. Most of the employees for the IRS are sitting at their laptops working at home, kind of like me sitting on this chair drinking this coffee. But a lot of people filed their taxes in 2019 in paper form. They filed late, and some people filed 2018. Some people, the paper form, they couldn't use the internet for whatever reasons. And some people just filed taxes in paper form because that's what they're used to doing. Those taxes have not been processed. They're sitting in boxes, in crates, in warehouses, wherever, all over the United States. And the IRS is waiting to get back to work so they can process this backlog. Now, of course, people who are processing, applying electronically, there's a backlog there too. But nothing like this backlog of paperwork sitting over there in the warehouses all over the place that ain't nobody touched. They got disinfected first too, because lo and behold, we don't want the IRS workers to get the coronavirus. So since everybody's taxes ain't been filed, there's a gray area going on here in the United States in regards to mortgages. So they've been told, listen, we are supposed to verify these taxes through the IRS. to guarantee these people can afford these homes. But obviously, we have a problem. We haven't processed all these taxes. This is guidance from the IRS. So, for the time being, don't verify that mess. Don't verify the income. Just collect the paperwork. And it don't have to be verified with the IRS because a lot of folks, we can't verify it because shit we don't have it in the computer. So, but we need the housing market to keep going, and houses still need to be sold. Houses need to be sold to keep the economy, afloat. The coronavirus didn't bit us in the ass, but we can't have the housing market die too. Along with the people die from COVID, we got to keep the housing market afloat. So we put a pause on the foreclosures, and we put a pause on income verification. You still document it though. Bring your taxes, W-2s, your paycheck stuff, all that stuff, but we ain't gonna verify this shit because there's no way we can verify everybody. And that's how these niggas get in these houses. And white folks and Asians and Jews and everybody else. And that's why the housing market is on fire. Because you have a lot of people who would be disqualified if the information is being verified through the IRS. But since none of this stuff is being verified, the mortgage companies, unscrupulous mortgage companies, they're everywhere. They have found a niche. We can get you approved. How? I'm living in a doghouse right now. I'm sleeping on my mama's couch. Literally, I know people who went from sleeping on their mama's couch to owning a $200,000 and $300,000 home. I said, well, how did this happen? Not that I care. But that's what they want to do. That's on them. They clearly bit off more than they can chew. And in some of these instances, not even a year later, they're having issues. These people who bought these houses, not even been in them a year, problems are cropping up. They losing their jobs. They getting income cuts. Things are happening they hadn't thought would ever happen to them. But we're in a pandemic. People getting sick in a hospital. You can't pay your mortgage from the hospital if you haven't put the proper stuff in place to have your mortgage paid while you in the hospital on a ventilator from the coronavirus. Right? I would never ever have purchased a house in the past year. First, the shit too damn high. B, I don't know what the fuck is going on myself. I ain't buying no house. I buy a couch. I brought a bitty couch in the middle of the county. They got a good deal on it too. I buy a couch. I brought this this was not, I brought this to the pan, and I grabbed me a couple of elephants. When I was over there at Ross, I said, ooh, that elephant was over there. He was just making all that. I said, I want that elephant. It's pretty, and it was cheap. I said, I want it. I grabbed it. Cheap. Ross, cheap elephant. That's cute. So I grabbed me an elephant. I grabbed a white elephant to sit over here on my, what is this thing? Buffet. I didn't buy no white elephant house. Right? You don't want to buy a house right now. Bad market. There's not enough houses to buy. I look, there's 1 million houses. Overpriced pieces of shit. I don't want one of them. You go back and sit over there, honey. I get you there. You okay? All right. Make sure she's okay. I want her to gallop off someplace. I thought I brought her. They didn't buy these houses. They got stuck. They didn't drink the Kool-Aid. Somebody did something. Bring them. Go. They didn't do something. They didn't stretch the truth about something. And got these people in these houses. And they cannot afford them. And I knew when they purchased these homes, they couldn't afford them. But I said, ain't none of my business. I went about my day. I'm going to the gym. Hide from the coronavirus. But they brought them all over the United States. I'm like, what? And this person brought one, and this person brought one, and this brought... I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? I now know. Ain't nobody verifying shit. Nothing. The houses are too expensive though. Oh, I'm all good for buying a house if the shit is a good price. They ain't verified. Oh, goody. Let's go buy. But not at these prices. These prices from all over town, this shit is high and it is ridiculous. I ain't buying that. I'll buy this white elephant. But I ain't buying that big white elephant for $500,000 in the fucking hood. That ain't changing. I like gentrification in certain areas, but some areas ain't changing, y'all. You do realize that some areas ain't no white folks going over there. And I no offense against people who want to live in those areas. I like gentrification, kind of brings a little change in neighborhoods, but some of these neighborhoods ain't going nowhere, and they got $200,000 and $300,000 or more houses being built. I'm thinking, okay, who would buy this? And then, of course, people are buying them because they're not verifying shit. Nobody checking up. Nobody making sure everything's okay. And these people are buying these homes, and they cannot afford them. And it's coming back to bite them in their ass. A home requires money. You're going to need money if you buy a house. I don't care if it's brand new. You're going to need some money to buy the house. If you barely can afford that mortgage payment and you have no savings, basically got no good credit because they just rammed this shit through. I'm trying to think how these people with these bad credit get these houses. They rammed it through. Good, hurry. Close these loans for the IRS, open back up for business. I can see them in them offices right now. You close and you close and you close and you get a house 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 and you get a house. I can see it now. And people who don't know no better say, ooh, I better sign it. They gave me a house. Them people must be crazy. They gave me a house. How's it possible? Yeah. They gave me a house. Even the people buying the houses are kind of like, wow, I got a house. They are, trust me, they real like, oh my goodness, they gave me a house. I'm shocked. This is not going to end well, y'all. It's not going to end well. We all know this. They paused the foreclosures, so that ain't happening. You got all these hot people, expensive houses selling, too high, and then you got a bunch of people buying who probably shouldn't be buying a house because they really can't afford it. Houses require money, even new ones, utilities, maintenance. House gets struck by lightning. Shit happens. And if you don't have the money to keep the maintenance up of the house, you barely got money to pay the mortgage, and then you lose your job. You lose your job. Now what? I guess you can run out and get another job. Amazon's hiring. But you were working a job making way more than what Amazon was paying. You just lost their job. I guess you can run on over to Amazon. They pay $15 to $20 an hour somewhere. Now I'm not too sure. But you're stuck with this house that you really shouldn't be in the first place. You got some options though, because the housing market's still sky high. You can sell it real quick. But sell my dream home? This is my dream house. This is my dream home. This is my dream house. Dream home. I've been wanting this house forever. I dreamed about this house. And here you are. Here I am in the house, now you tell me to sell it. Well, you might could make some money off the house because the house might be worth a little bit more than what you paid for it. Maybe. Or you might be able to just settle up with the real estate agent and everything will be done with it. Maybe. Because people are buying houses. I'm noticing that some people who bought houses the last 12 months or less are reselling them all of a sudden. I need to sell this house. I mean, the house might have gone up in value depending on where it was. I saw a house at the market that I used to own a few years back, about 10 years ago. It sold a couple times, and then somebody brought it last year. Then they put it back on the market for $2 million. I said, what is on the market right now? I said, that house is $2 million. Somebody sent me something in an email. Said, look at this. And I said, oh, they just bought that house. They're trying to flip it for $2 million. I said, wow. And then they get it in this market. But they just bought it last year sometime in the middle of the pandemic. Now it's back on the market. Be careful out there. Y'all need to start making wise decisions. People need to stop doing things based on emotions. I'm not about to run out and look at a house and fall in love with it and buy it, knowing I can't afford it. I'm going to struggle with that payment. I don't like struggling, y'all. I just don't. I like living comfortable. Write my little rent check, and give it to them. I write a rent check out. Now this pen ain't working. Give me a pen. I write it out. I want that hard copy to come back to me. I know a lot of y'all probably don't like. No, not me. Let me write this check out and put it in their hand. Here's your rent. Thank you. I like them. They didn't came here, did all kinds of work to this place. Face the furnace, the heating, air, everything. It's nice. No, own it. They're gonna fix the windows. They're gonna do this. They're gonna do that. I'm happy. I don't want to own this shit. I don't want to own it. I do not want to own this. It's a piece of shit. I see the termites over there now on the way down in that base. Who they got to replace this rotten wood, and that's on them. I'm just renting. They will have to do some major work to this unit. This unit has a flat roof that's at its life. You're gonna have to rip that off and replace it. I'm looking at it. I said, "Ooh, they got some work to do over here." I'll be gone by the time all that takes place. Bye. I don't own this shit. Don't want to own it. I own houses. They're a headache. I want to go to the beach. Now, if I so happen to stumble upon a beachfront home for a reasonable price, cheap, I'll buy it. I love it. It's cheap. Oh, my Lord, I write a check. But this shit here in Atlanta at these high prices, and ain't no beach nowhere to be found. Oh no, I'm not doing that. Ain't no beach around here for miles. No way. I'm not doing that. So anyway, I apologize that I've been gone for so long because I've been so busy working my ass off. Working. I couldn't get a YouTube video. And then my allergies were so messed up. Y'all, there were some days my throat, I woke up, my throat was so bad, I was neti potting and everything. I'm these dollars out. This pollen like to whoop my ass over here. Some places I said the coronavirus, I didn't know what was worse, the pollen or the coronavirus. Was it a mixture of the two? I'm like, I got vaccinated. What the fuck is going on over here? The coronavirus didn't get my ass too? You know, some people claim they have gotten coronavirus after getting vaccinated. I guess it's possible. Was it bothering your ass? You okay? Because that pollen was whooping my ass. I need to ask you that. He didn't bother you? You good? Okay. We talk all the time. But anyway, I'm about to take a shower, and I'm going to come back because I have been busy. Lord, I've been busy. Those of you who want to buy a house, hit the pause button. Just hit the pause button right now. Don't be misled by these real estate agents who swear ain't enough houses on the market. There are houses everywhere. If you see a house you like that's not up for sale, why don't you go knock on the door and ask? I'll leave a note in their mailbox. People do that all the time. I'm very interested in your home. I've been driving by it for years. I absolutely love it. If you're interested in never selling this house, can you give me a call? They may call you. But don't buy it right now, though. Well, yeah, I'm interested in buying right now, but I don't buy it at the peak of the market. So I was hoping to get a good deal from you when the market collapsed. So so call me then, not now. Who they call me? I'll just monitor the situation from a distance, drive by, I'm looking, ooh, good. They still in there. Wait till the market collapses and say, hey, I've been driving by looking at that house. You guys made up a decision yet? Oh yeah, we want to run up out of here now. Okay. Yeah, they should have ran up out of there at the peak, but they didn't. So they'll set at the low bottom. Then you get the house you want. That's how you buy houses. Not up here when it's just sky high and shit is outrageous. Hell fucking no, I'm sorry. No! Buy when it's cheap. That's if you want this raggedy shit. I don't know. I don't know what it is America's love affair with these houses. I guess I've been there too. But I ain't gonna have these damn houses. Oh, that shit. Raggedy and tired. Your whole weekend tied up fixing up some raggedy ass house and cutting grass and maintaining the yard, and the garage door fall off and all this shit. You gotta get this garage door fell off over here. I said, that garage, y'all garage door ain't working. And to hurry up and put a new garage door, open the garage door, was good. They fixed it. I'm renting. I don't own this shit. I wasn't gonna pay for it. I paid it on my own. That's most of the improvements I did. I have to get a little bit of payment. because I wanted to. I didn't have to. Pain ain't shit. But anyway, I can't stay here long because I want to watch this news and see what's going on with Meet the Press. And I'm about to miss the first 15 minutes. I'm going to rewind it back. I'm recording it. Anyway, so today it is Sunday, May 2nd. The year is 2021. We're still in the coronavirus pandemic. We at a quiet point for now in most of the USA. But around the world, it's a catastrophe. India, Brazil, we're in the United States. Michigan still got some issues going on. And I saw with Missouri, some other states are having some upticks too. So we'll see what happens over the next few weeks as these variants sweep through town. Now everybody's got their mask off and they know some social distancing and ain't nobody went and got the vaccine. The unvaccinated people are the ones at most risk because they didn't want to get the vaccine. They're the ones at the highest risk. I wish them good luck and I wish them well in their journey over the next few weeks to the year. Becoming this fall, that's when the party is really going to start. But first we got to get through this spring and summer. So we'll see how that goes. The handwriting's pretty much on the wall. But anyway, today is Sunday, May 2nd. The year is 2021. I'm out. Enjoy the rest of your day. And I'll be back later after I drink some more coffee and eat some breakfast. All right, bye.